world has such an obsession with money, and it's a very unhealthy obsession. Um, and of course, money in and of itself isn't evil. Yet, the majority of people are, you hear all over the world, news, media, music, all over that the all in all is money, all in all is money, all in all is money. And I used to wear like a money hat. I thought that hat would attract money to me. It didn't. It takes more than that too, for money to come to you. But often in this world, we're just so focused on this money, and for majority of us, it makes us more selfish. It makes us just want to use people for money. There's people who end up getting big positions and they're making great money, and not everybody, but a lot of them, as they are so focused on making more. Many of them are just more selfish, and I just want to get all the fanciest houses and cars and clothes and shoes and jewelry. Yet they are in other areas of life, they're not doing well. Families is not doing well. Marriage is not doing well. People who are homeless and need, a lot of them don't really care about them. Yeah, sure. Are there wealthy people that give to charity? Sure. Yeah, but it's one thing to give to charity, or another to actually spend some time talking to a homeless person, like being around them. And how about you, face to face, give a couple homeless people a meal, visit someone in prison, talk to them, someone in a mental institution, an orphanage. Are there wealthy people that do that? Yeah, but a lot of them don't. A lot of us, as we are taught, chase after the money, chase. We're just thinking about ourselves, and as we are so focused on just wealth, money, where people are so obsessed with that begins to obscure the need to grow in other areas. So you have financial prowess, you have financial savviness, you have ambition, yet at the expense of love, at the expense of peace, at the expense of knowing how to deal with conflict with people, how to have a better marriage, relationships. Often we are not studying those things. Our mind is not focused on those things. Our mind is focused on money. Get the car, get the house, get the technology, get it. Grow that wealth. Yet we're not growing, what's even more important, love. What is all this wealth without love? Right? What is all the wealth without peace, without stability, a healthy home? What is it? It doesn't matter. The Bible says, Proverbs 16 verse 8, better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. So, and if you think that it's okay, it's better to have a whole lot of money and there's wickedness around you, that's corrupt thinking, right? Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. So if I can choose between either one, am I asking for poverty? Am I asking for barely getting by? Of course not. But if I can choose either one, I would choose little with righteousness. Because if you get great revenues without right, then how long would you take to even enjoy that wealth? And you could be walking on the street and you get shot down. Your kid gets shot by a stray bullet. You walk in a drug-infested, a mafia-ridden culture. Everybody's rich, but there's violence. Uh-oh. You got your family's rich, yet there's hostility in your home, hostility at your job. There's backbiting, there's cheating, there's backstabbing, there's deception all around you. Right? What is all this wealth without proper principles, without love, that we can actually properly enjoy our wealth, enjoy it in loving atmospheres, in loving places? But a big problem is that we are not studying love. We're not growing our characters. We're placing more focus on who's, sports and the cute girls and handsome men and traveling all around the world and movies, games, video games. And when's the last time you picked up a book that can improve you, your mind? Of course, my favorite book is the Bible. Great books on emotional intelligence, psychology, sociology, communication skills, marriage, family, parenting. When is the last time many people don't do that? But they want to focus on entertainment, talking about money. But what about talking about how can I love someone better today? Your typical conversation. You're not gonna hear someone ask that question. How can I love better today? How did you love someone today? You don't hear that. You hear gossiping. You hear someone cursing somebody out. You hear someone talking about who won the basketball, football game, or latest movie, latest video game, or Call of Duty, Fortnite, hours and hours. You don't hear about how can I be better patient? How can I overcome this pornography issue? How can I get better control of my money? How can I get better control of my mouth? I'm crazy with the mouth. How can I be better with my? How can I be more gentle? Man, my anger was crazy the other day. What do you think I can do to better deal with my anger? Man, I got issues with my marriage. Do you have any advice? Or looking for a right person? Do you have any advice on what to look for in the right person? Or red flags? Or do you think I'm ready for a relationship? Or we don't ask these questions. Many of us don't, and then we complain when our life continues to be in disarray. And we wonder, scratch our heads when it continues to be dysfunction all around us, because our mind is more focused on money, entertainment. That's the dominant thing: money, entertainment, sex, self, F everybody, screw that one. And then we cry and complain and moan about, man, why it's the president? Man, it's a Democrat. Man, it's a Republican. Man, rather than take time to look within. Everybody took the time to look within. Be honest with themselves. And do the work. Do the excavation. Do the healing. Man, this world would be a much better place, man. Much healthier. Wow. I love that relevancy in that Bible verse. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. Man, I'm not against building wealth, man. Build that wealth. Build it. Grow it. If God bless you to be a millionaire, billionaire, hey, by God's grace. But if that will push you away from love, truly loving people, honoring people, being of service to people, we gotta love, man. We gotta be purged from the hatred, man, the toxicity. Yeah. I pray that we would study love, man. And there's no one that's more loving in this world that's ever been on this planet than Jesus. And I pray you would study Jesus. You would study him, learn from him, learn his ways. There's nobody comes close to him as it pertains to what real love is, pure love, and actually living it out. All right, y'all. God bless you. I love you. Much love.